Exploring and taking control of who we are is a challenging journey that we all face at some point in our lives. A crucial element in this journey is learning to establish personal boundaries and understanding the importance of saying no when necessary. Often, we find ourselves trapped in the pattern of putting the needs and desires of others above our own, which often undermines our own interests and well-being. This reflection seeks to investigate the reasons behind this behavior, emphasizing the need to recognize and respect our own limits. We will address how distancing ourselves from toxic situations or relationships is not only a form of self-preservation, but also a powerful demonstration of self-respect and independence. Throughout this video, we will explore the different aspects of this process, considering how the ability to say no and maintain a clear direction in life can transform our relationship with ourselves and others, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Before we proceed, subscribe to the channel and feel free to share your perspectives in the comments below the video. Let's get started. It is intriguing and quite common to observe many people dedicating their time and effort to others, often surpassing their own limits. But what is the origin of this behavior? It may be an internal quest for personal validation, a longing for recognition and acceptance. Or perhaps these individuals believe that their self-esteem is directly linked to how they are perceived by others. This obsession with others' perceptions can become a trap. By caring too much about others' opinion, there is a risk of losing one's own identity, becoming a reflection of others' expectations and opinions, as if one's existence depended on external approval. This can be exhausting and, in many cases, result in a vicious cycle of relentless pursuit of recognition and approval. The journey for acceptance can be motivated by various reasons. Some may feel insecure about their own worth, depending on external validation to feel worthy. Others may have been raised in environments where affection and attention were conditioned on meeting others' expectations, leading them to believe that this is the only way to be loved and respected. However, it is essential to understand that this constant quest for external approval can lead to a lonely and unsatisfactory journey. It's like trying to fill an inner void with something that is always out of reach. The key to breaking this cycle may lie in developing a healthier relationship with oneself, learning to value one's own opinions and needs. By doing so, one can embark on a path towards greater authenticity and personal satisfaction, where others' opinions are just one aspect and not the determining factor of happiness and self-esteem. Many of us, at some point, find ourselves dedicating time and energy to others. But why? Could it be a quest for self-affirmation or a deep desire to be appreciated? Excessive concern with others' opinions can turn us into true prisoners of these judgments. If you often find yourself in this situation, I'd like to share a valuable strategy: stepping back. It may sound somewhat abrupt, but at times, it's indispensable to reaffirm your personal power. Along the journey, we encounter a variety of individuals. Some overstep boundaries, others are overly dependent or even cruel and selfish. Indicating to these people that you are willing to distance yourself not only reaffirms your autonomy, but also regains control over your own existence. The power to step back is based on two crucial foundations: the ability to say no and the clear definition of your goals. If you constantly lose yourself in others' desires, or worse, feel exploited or mistreated, you likely struggle to deny someone else's request and lack a defined direction in your life. Having a concrete goal demonstrates to the world that you value your time and, consequently, your life, naturally distancing yourself from situations that transgress your limits. Keeping focused on your objective reduces the urgency to seek external validation. Remember, stepping back is not only a physical action, but a mental attitude of self-appreciation and respect. Adopting this stance sends a powerful message: you hold the helm of your own journey. The act of stepping back may seem drastic, yet in certain circumstances, it's essential to reaffirm one's autonomy. In life's course, we encounter a multiplicity of people. Some of these interactions are ephemeral, like leaves carried by the wind, while others deeply root themselves in our hearts. Each encounter, brief or lasting, leaves its singular mark on our personal narrative. Deciding to step back is not always simple. It's often accompanied by a whirlwind of emotions, a mix of relief with a touch of melancholy. However, it's crucial to understand that taking command of our own story is indicative of maturity and self-awareness. Recognizing when to close a chapter is a vital skill in building a fulfilling and genuine life. In some cases, this choice may be seen as selfish by others. However, it's an act of self-care. By distancing ourselves from situations or people who no longer reflect our values or aspiration, we make room for new opportunities and enriching experiences. This journey of self-discovery is a mosaic of encounters and farewells, each contributing a unique shade to the larger canvas of our existence. Though sometimes painful, these moments of farewell are crucial for our development. They educate us about our limits, desires, and above all, our true essence. By sharing these reflections, I hope to incite curiosity and interest in you, urging you to re-examine your own narrative with a new perspective full of potential and learning. Among the various individuals who cross our paths, some present unique challenges in understanding and respecting personal boundaries. Some may be overly dependent, clinging to us and demanding a disproportionate share of our time and energy. These interactions, though well-intentioned, can become exhausting, creating imbalance in relationships. On the other hand, there are those we can characterize as unpleasant and malicious. These are individuals who unfortunately view social interactions as opportunities for manipulation and exploitation. They act cruelly, resorting to sarcasm, criticism, or abusive behavior to belittle others, solely for their own benefit, without considering the well-being of others. These unfavorable encounters, though challenging, provide valuable learning opportunities. They instruct us on the importance of establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Learning to recognize and deal with these personalities is crucial for our emotional health and personal growth. It empowers us to be assertive, to defend our values, and to not allow others to disrespect or harm us. By making the deliberate decision to distance ourselves from those who do not honor our boundaries, we are sending a powerful message both to ourselves and to them. This attitude clearly demonstrates that we are not anyone's property and that we possess the power and autonomy to choose who we want in our lives. This choice to step back is not just a statement of self-affirmation, but also a crucial step in regaining control over our own well-being and potential. This decision to withdraw can be seen as a measure of self-defense and preservation. By distancing ourselves from toxic people or draining relationships, we are safeguarding our mental and emotional health. We are prioritizing our personal space and investing in our individual growth. This reminds us that we are the main architects of our happiness and inner peace. Furthermore, this action can have a significant impact on those prone to overstepping boundaries. It can serve as an invitation for reflection, an opportunity for them to recognize the impact of their actions and possibly initiate changes in their behavior. The power of stepping back is truly strengthened by two fundamental pillars: the assertiveness of no and clarity of direction. Firstly, no is a powerful tool in the art of setting boundaries. It is simple, direct, and effective. By saying no, you express your needs, preferences, and limits clearly. This act of self-affirmation is crucial for maintaining healthy and respectful relationships. It is a declaration of independence that shows you are in control of your choices and actions. It's not just a refusal, it's an act of self-respect and self-awareness. It empowers us to reject situations, commitments, and behaviors that are not aligned with our values. Secondly, direction guides us to where we want to go, both literally and figuratively. Having direction implies having goals, aspirations, and a sense of purpose in life. Knowing where we are going makes decision-making easier and helps us choose paths that align with our values and objectives. Direction keeps us focused and helps us avoid distractions and negative influences. Together, no and direction form a powerful combination. While no protects us from unwanted external influences, direction keeps us on the path to achieving our goals and dreams. These two concepts are crucial for maintaining our personal integrity and following a path that is truly our own. If you often find yourself giving in to the desires of others, or in more serious cases, being exploited, manipulated, or abused by others, this may indicate a difficulty in asserting no and a lack of clarity of direction in life. These are warning signs that deserve attention and reflection. The inability to say no often stems from a desire to please, avoid conflict, or the belief that our needs and desires are less important than those of others. This behavior, although initially harmless, can result in a cycle of self-denial and resentment, creating an environment conducive to being used or abused. On the other hand, Lack of direction can be caused by uncertainties, lack of self-awareness, or fear of following our true interests. Without clear guidance, it becomes easy to be influenced by others' wants and goals, thereby missing the opportunity to live a life that is authentically ours. Identifying these patterns in oneself is the starting point for change. This process begins by strengthening self-esteem and self-awareness, understanding what we truly value and desire for our lives. From this point, we can practice assertiveness, learning to say no when necessary, and establishing and pursuing our own goals and aspirations. Indeed, difficulty in saying no and lack of clear direction in life can result in a less firm and assertive stance. When we are not anchored in our own values and objectives, we become more susceptible to external influence and interests. This lack of firmness may be perceived by others and, in some cases, exploited. When people notice a lack of direction in someone, they may feel encouraged to impose their own wants and goals on that person. This can happen subtly or more directly, but the result is the same, risking living a life that reflects more of others' expectations and desires than one's own aspiration. It is important to emphasize that having direction in life does not mean having an inflexible plan or an unchangeable vision of the future. It means having a purpose, knowing what is fundamental to you, and making decisions aligned with those values and goals. Direction provides an internal compass that helps navigate the complexities and challenges of life. Saying no is an act of self-assertion, recognizing and honoring one's own limits, needs, and desires. Saying no is not just refusing something unwanted, but also affirming one's own identity and value. When people perceive someone's lack of commitment to personal goals, it can create a perception that that person's time is less valuable than theirs. This can lead to a detrimental dynamic where you're expected to prioritize the needs and desires of others above your own. This situation not only devalues your time and efforts, but also establishes a pattern where your own goals and aspirations are consistently sidelined. Even though this dynamic often isn't malicious, it reinforces the idea that others' needs are more important, perpetuating a cycle of self-neglect. When the majority of your time is dedicated to others' expectations, you may miss the opportunity to invest in yourself and your own goals. This underscores the importance of developing a clear sense of direction and purpose. Setting clear and personal goals helps create healthy boundaries and make decisions aligned with your own priorities. This doesn't imply neglecting others' needs, but rather finding a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. Additionally, valuing your own time and effort is crucial. It requires recognizing your own worth and the importance of individual goals and aspirations. By valuing yourself, you teach others to do the same. From the perspective of those who perceive others as less committed to their own goals, the idea may arise that by meeting their demands, you're using your time productively, serving your own interests. This mentality is problematic because it places the value of your time and effort exclusively in relation to its usefulness to others, neglecting your own satisfaction and personal growth. Such a perspective can lead to the belief that your worth is tied to your ability to be useful to others, rather than recognizing your intrinsic value as an individual. This not only minimizes your own aspirations and needs, but can also result in low self-esteem and dissatisfaction. It's essential to understand that being useful to others is just one of several ways to make your time valuable. The true value of your time also manifests when working towards your own goals, taking care of yourself, or engaging in activities that bring joy and personal satisfaction. Wholeheartedly committing to a personal goal is a significant journey of self-worth. It not only reflects clear priorities, but also affirms the value of your time and life. This stance sends a strong message, indicating that every minute is precious and should be used thoughtfully and meaningfully. This choice to live purposefully fundamentally alters others' perception of you. You're seen as someone who makes conscious choices about how to invest your time, someone who isn't available to be consumed by others' whims. Instead of being perceived as a resource for others, you're viewed as an individual with your own desires, ambitions, and passions. Committing to your goals offers several remarkable advantages. Firstly, there's a sense of authenticity and integrity. Your actions reflect your internal values, providing a genuine life. Secondly, this dedication enhances self-respect and consequently earns respect from others. Additionally, It can inspire those around you to pursue their own dreams and passions. Establishing healthy boundaries is crucial. By focusing on your goals, you learn to say no to demands that don't align with your priority, maintaining a balance between meeting others' needs and your own. Keeping focus on your personal goals is an effective strategy to distance yourself from situations where your limits are crossed or where you're subjected to abuse. The ability to distance yourself from harmful environments is essential in various areas of life, whether in the professional context, marital relationships, or friendships. In the workplace, for instance, having clear direction can help recognize when a situation becomes toxic or unfavorable, whether due to colleagues who don't respect your boundaries or an excessive and unbalanced workload. Knowing when and how to step back can be crucial for your mental health and professional progress. Similarly, in personal relationships like marriages or friendships, the ability to stay true to your own goals and values is crucial to realizing when these relationships become unbalanced or harmful. Often it can be difficult to recognize and admit that a close relationship is causing more harm than good. However, by focusing on your own needs and goals, you become more capable of realizing when it's necessary to step away and seek healthier, more balanced environments and relations. This ability to step back involves recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve to be in respectful and reciprocal situations and relationships. By embodying these concepts, the message conveyed is one of empowerment and self-defense, encouraging others to consider the importance of protecting themselves from harmful situations and valuing environments that promote their well-being and personal growth. Focusing on your own path reduces excessive concern about others' opinions. When you concentrate on yourself, the need for external approval diminishes significantly. You understand that the person you truly need to impress is yourself. This self-awareness and confidence are liberating and essential for building an authentic and fulfilled life. Stepping away from abusive people and harmful environments is a powerful way to protect your self-esteem and integrity. This doesn't show weakness, but rather strength and self-awareness. By making this decision, you choose not to compromise your mental health and well-being for toxic situations or relationships. This attitude also sends a clear message to the world around you. You are in control of your life and decide who and what deserves your time and energy. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is a way to demonstrate self-respect and expect the same from others. Adopting the stance of stepping away sends a powerful message, especially in the business world. It indicates to others that you have other options and, while interested, you don't solely depend on that specific agreement to move forward. This demonstrates confidence and an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset is not solely based on material possessions, but rather on an internal state of contentment and trust in the ability to create and seize opportunity. When you act from this standpoint, you convey self-assurance and self-sufficiency, attractive and compelling traits to others. This concept also applies to personal relationships. Loving and valuing the people in your life is natural and important, but it's crucial to understand that you don't need them for your own happiness or sense of worth. This understanding enables healthier and more balanced relationships, where there's no excessive dependency. In the workplace, those willing to step away and be taken seriously are typically in the strongest position. This is because it demonstrates a conscious choice, not driven by desperation or need. By being prepared to walk away from a deal if conditions aren't favorable, you maintain control and integrity of the situation. This stance not only increases your chances of achieving a favorable outcome, but also ensures that regardless of the result, you remain in a position of power. You win by maintaining your standards and respecting your own boundaries. If this content was helpful, leave a like, subscribe for more Stoic insights, and share your thoughts in the comments. Take care, and until the next video.